Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the digital asset investor, and the crypto police have gotten John Deaton. John Deaton has been canceled. And in this video, we will show you. In fact, there's no better thumbnail than that. Deaton canceled. All right? He committed a speech sin in crypto Twitter. U.S. new home sales crashed in August. Zero hedge. Here it comes. Sales of newly built homes reverse course dropped nearly 9% in August. This is the final shoe right here. I'm sure BlackRock will be right there to scoop up the deals. There's also a rare sighting, and that is also a thumbnail. I'm writing it down. There's a rare sighting of a Ripple founder who can sell XRP at will with no repercussions. Remember, Jed McCaleb was selling XRP all throughout the SEC versus Ripple case, but they don't care about those sales. Those are okay. Who are those sales to is what I've always wondered. Now check this out. We had this, that Chase in the UK will decline customer payments linked to crypto starting October 16th. The bank said in an email to clients. However, that's very dangerous as crypto, very dangerous. But they were willing to do business with a certain guy that owned a certain island for years and years and years without doing anything. No telling how much money was flowing through those bank accounts. And now JP Morgan has paid a fine. This is how it works for them. They don't get tied up in 2- and 3-year lawsuits. They pay a large fine, which is probably a tiny percentage of the amount of money that they made on any of the given crimes or whatever they've done. $75 million to settle a lawsuit in the Virgin Islands, and then the bank that the bank facilitated and benefited from the trafficking of young women, a longtime customer, you know who, from the island. And of course, CNBC will carry it like this is a fair outcome, because that's what they do. They carry the narrative for the mainstream. Now, Bill Miller, who's a legendary Wall Street guy, says this about Bitcoin.
So it comes down at the very basic level for supply and demand. So Bitcoin is the only economic entity where the supply is unaffected by the demand. So
actually, XRP has a limited supply too.
Gold, if gold, which is $1,800 today, if gold goes to $18,000, there will be a lot more gold mined, because mines that are unprofitable will become profitable. And so gold, which accretes today, the production of gold is equal about 1.5% to 2% of the total value per year. That's the same accretion that Bitcoin has currently. But this year, 2022, I think will drop below 1.5% on that. So only 21 million Bitcoin can ever be created, or close to it. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin is 100,000 or 20 million. There's only going to be that many of them. So all you have to really believe is that the demand for Bitcoin will grow faster than 1.5%, over the next number of years, and the price inexorably will go up. So I've only recently been allowing myself to be described as a Bitcoin bull. I used to tell people, they say, "Oh, you're a Bitcoin bull. You own a lot of Bitcoin." I'm like, I do own a lot of it, but I'm actually a Bitcoin observer, and I'm observing its trajectory as a new technology, and comparing it to the trajectories of things like the printing press, or the steam engine, or the railroads, or the automobile, or electricity, and it's following that very not predictable, because it's not predictable certainly in the early days, a well understood path for the adoption of new technologies. And I think it was Stan Druckenmiller said earlier in the year that, and now he owns Bitcoin, by the way.
Okay, more Bitcoin maxi talk. The cool guy, the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, made a really good comment. All right, Stephen Narioff, let's cut to the chase. Who are the disguised whales? That is what we want to know. Then we had this. Took 3 years, fam, but ETHgate is now mainstream. They can take it. They can take it from here. This is Mario Nawfal. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he did a Vitalik and ETH allegations with John Deaton, hashtag crypto town hall. Well, the problem with that is he didn't tell everybody that he would cancel, the cancel culture would step in if you said anything out of line. So here's one clip, but then I wasn't able to get the clip of John Deaton where they canceled him, but I heard that when John Deaton brought up a certain VC firm, Andreessen Horowitz, who had a role in ETHgate, we've shown you the timeline, these are the facts, they are not in dispute. When that certain VC firm, Andreessen Horowitz, came up, when their name came up, John Deaton was canceled. They turned him off. They turned the Twitter Spaces off and then ramped it right back up with a new topic. Because you can't talk about things that are the truth, folks. That doesn't work in cancel culture, crypto police land.
So I remember actually speaking to Stephen after this, and when he told me about, Stephen's a pretty eccentric guy. When Stephen told me about this at the time, I thought, this sounds absolutely crazy. I said to him, Stephen, what do you mean? And he said, they want information on everyone. They want the dirt on everyone. And I said, well, who's everyone? And he said, it's everyone. It's Vitalik. And he listed off a list of the biggest people in crypto, and he said they want information. And he said, I decided I'm not going to give it them, and I'm going to fight it till then. And I remember at the time thinking to myself, this sounds like a crazy story, because he's going there they're going after him for extortion, and now they're asking him to basically rat out every single person in crypto. Now, just some background for those people who don't know much about Stephen. So Stephen has been around crypto for a long time. He's got a legal background, and he claims to have been the architect of the reason why Ethereum is a utility token and not a security. So he claims that he was the one that came up with the mechanism whereby Ethereum is used as gas on the network and therefore makes it a utility token and not a securities token. Now, again, he can tell you the story himself. I have read the book around Ethereum. I can't remember what it's called. It's written by Camilla. Just the name escapes me. I don't know if anybody, one of the speakers, remembers the name. There they do talk about him being involved very, 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 very early in the days where Charles Hoskinson was there and all the original founders. And Stephen claims to have been the one to come up with the concept of a utility of ETH being used as a token to power the network and therefore making it a utility. And that effectively means that he created the whole category. If that's true, then his breakthrough would have been the breakthrough that created the whole category of these gas tokens or tokens that power a network.
All right, and then there's a couple of things that were going around that were older, but they're interesting, and I don't remember if I had shown them or seen them before. One of them is this clip from Chris Larson. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just wanted to play you a portion. This is from. Let me see if it tells when it is. This had to be back in 2013 or so.
So we could hand out as well. So again,
I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay, very good. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, committee members, thank you so much for inviting us here today. We really appreciate it.
Being here.
Thank you. So I'm Chris Larson. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs is a software company based in San Francisco. We're at just over 100 employees today. About 2/3 of those are engineers. We're trying to bring together a combination of technologists with deep experience in cryptography, with financial experts that understand the basic plumbing of our global financial system, as well as regulators. We just added Gene Sperling recently to our board, used to be the chief economics advisor under both Presidents Clinton and Obama. And so what we see that's important about this technology, this distributed ledger technology, isn't so much that there's a creation of a new currency for the world. We actually don't think The world needs a new currency, has plenty of currencies. We think the big problem is moving those currencies around efficiently, either globally or even domestically. So if you look at the way money moves today, we have really a series of closed loop systems. The U.S. system is actually not connected to the European system.
Anyway, you get the gist of it, but he's explaining to them the Internet of Value. Vitalik Buterin knows what the Internet of Value is.
Really, what Ethereum is. People talk a lot about things. Talk about cryptocurrency 2.0 being like the Internet of Value. We're not the Internet of Value. Ripple is the Internet of Value. We're an arbitrary processor for state transaction functions.
At some point, somebody in Ethereum decided that they were going to try to be a competitor to Ripple. I don't know when. There was also this older thing going around. This is the one that's famous for, I think this is the one where David Schwartz is basically saying that XRP needs to be high priced. So a higher price asset is better, a better vehicle for payments, at least if you're targeting high value payments. So these high value payments, as I'm assuming as big banks come on and large amounts of money are moved, you need a higher price XRP. How do you get there? I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that if you're going to be in crypto on social media, you are not allowed to say Andreessen and Horowitz, because the crypto police will cancel you. Thanks for listening.